July 30th, 2020. After having been criticized for paying artists insufficient royalties, which at the time was about $0.004 per stream, Spotify CEO Daniel Ek had this to say.
There's a narrative fallacy here, combined with the fact that obviously some artists that used to do well in the past may not do well in the future landscape, where you can't record music once every 3 or 4 years and think that's gonna be enough. It's about putting the work in, about storytelling around the album, and about keeping a continuous dialogue with your fans.
This was met with outrage from many musicians. I mean, look at this! Look at this! Yo! People are rough out here, bro. But my question is, why? This is something that I've actually been preaching for years, even before 2020. Here's my train of thought. The landscape of the music industry has changed a lot. In the yesteryears, music lovers and consumers alike had to travel to physical music stores to buy the albums they wanted. Record labels capitalized on this by selling bundled deals. What I mean by this is, you may have only wanted to listen to just one song from a particular artist. However, in order to hear the song, you'd have to buy it bundled with other songs. In other words, a whole album. This started boosting up sales for music, allowing labels to charge exorbitant prices, causing a massive boom in profits.
These kids did $200 million in record sales and $800 million in touring and merchandising. I was like, I'm in the wrong business.
Until the 1st of June, 1999.
Legal troubles over copyright infringement aren't slowing down Napster. The song-swapping company is now in the top 50 list of most visited sites on the web, according to Media Metrics. And spin-offs are on the way. Paul Verkaman reports.
After the death of Napster, people started to realize that you could rather download one song that you wanted for free, or you could walk to the store and spend an exorbitant amount of money to buy the one song that you wanted with 18 other songs that you probably didn't even care about. It's a no-brainer. Enter Daniel Ek. After long negotiations with record labels, Ek was given permission to license music from the 3 major record labels in order to build Spotify. Fun fact, Steve Jobs and Apple had approached record labels before the rise of Napster regarding the single sales on the website. The record industry turned Apple down. After Napster, the labels were begging for a savior. However, Apple was now realizing its worth and charged a huge amount from sales of each single or album, leaving the labels with the shorter end of the stick. Daniel would then build up Spotify until today, where he runs the music industry essentially. In order to turn a profit though, Spotify relies more and more on newer independent artists joining the streaming app, which means more competition for artists because a lot more music is being uploaded. In fact, according to musicbusinessworldwide.com, over 60,000 songs are uploaded to the site every single day. So taking in those figures, if you had to release music every 3 to 4 years, 65,700,000 songs would have been uploaded in that time frame. And even if we assume that the genres were broken up evenly and we have about, say, 200 genres of music, that would still mean 328,500 songs in your genre would have been released in that time. By the time that you drop 3 years later, people would have 328,000 reasons to forget who you are. So what can we do to circumvent this? Well, we need to record and release music more often. How often depends on how big and how loyal your fan base is. The lower your fan base, the more you may have to release. However, there was a particular tweet that got me. Now, this tweet I empathize with. However, I've seen many artists release groundbreaking music in a small amount of time. Lil Wayne was the first major player to release multiple projects in succession within a small amount of time. The Drought 3, The Leak, The Carter 3, Dedication, all coming out within 2 years. In fact, the crazy thing about this time is that songs of his kept leaking, bringing us unofficial mixtapes such as The Drought Is Over, which is basically new music in that time period.
Fuck yeah, if you're a mixtape DJ.
Up to artists like Young Thug, who could record 12 songs in a day, releasing 3 mixtapes in 2012, and Russ, who released music every week for over 2 years until he was a household name. Now, I wouldn't say that all of that music was cohesive and thought-provoking, but then it got me thinking really hard. I mean, a lot of it actually was. So what I wanted to do today... Okay, hold on. What's happening? So the question I want to ask today is it possible to record music in a small amount of time without compromising the quality?
I don't give a fuck.
I think I'm gonna go really big for this. You ready? You ready? Are you ready? I'm gonna see if I can record a whole mixtape in 24 hours. Or less.
You fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
So, in order to achieve a feat like this, I have to actually plan it out so I can figure out how to achieve this goal. Now, I'm not a rapper, guys, but I did used to want to be a rapper growing up. So, at least I don't have to hire any writers. I can do that myself. But in order to make a good, cohesive, and thought-provoking project, we have to figure out exactly what am I going to write about? So the first thing that popped in my head is me. The easiest thing that I can talk about is myself and my experiences. However, I am a very complicated human. For goodness sake, I wear a mask to hide my face. So to focus my subject matter even more, let's look even further into what about me we should speak about. My struggles finding success. Okay, there we go. That's a subject matter that most rappers rap about. Now, all I have to do is just make it unique to me. Let's first figure out the obvious things that separate you from the next person. The people that you hang around, the places that you frequent, and the activities that you do. These are the factors that control how you experience life uniquely. Now, we have to link those differences to the subject matter. Number one, how have people I've hung around helped or hindered my success? Number two, how have the places I've frequented hindered or helped my success? Number three, how activities I do help or hinder success? Now, it looks like I have the subject matter for the project, but now I just need to figure out what to do with the beats. So initially I thought I was just gonna download beats online, like type beats and stuff, but then I figured that I wanted to be way more hands-on with regards to the project and the overall sound. Most of the best and classic albums ever released in hip-hop always followed a particular sound which directed the subject matter of the album. Albums like NWA's Straight Outta Compton, which sampled a lot of rock music heavily inspired by the New York-based Run DMC and Def Jam's LL Cool J. Albums like Dr. Dre's The Chronic and Snoop's Doggy Style pioneered the G-Funk style that emerged in the 90s. 50 Cent's 2000s genre-defining gangsta beats. All of these albums had a maximum of 3 producers, which allowed the album to follow a style. So, I'm not really a producer by any means, but I do dabble in FL Studio just a little bit now and then. For this project, I didn't really want a sound that was hectically melody driven. In fact, I wanted to have a minimalistic type of beat sound, just so that the lyrics could shine through a little bit more. The beats are supposed to just drive the flow and the delivery of the written verses. Okay, the last thing I need to plan out is my time. I usually wake up at about 7 a.m. in the morning. After brushing my teeth, taking a shower, getting dressed, taking my little brother to school, and having something to eat, I'd say that I take about an hour to about an hour and a half. So I'll round it out to getting started at 9 a.m. I don't want to give any more than an hour to produce, write, and record the songs that I'm making. I'll leave the mixing to later. So the reason why is because mixing and mastering really feels like a final step. In fact, it just takes me out of the zone of recording it. That effectively would kill the experiment while we're going through it.
Say what's up, nigga.
What's up, nigga?
So without fail, I woke up early so that I was ready by 9:09. One thing that I didn't anticipate was my equipment giving me issues while I was shooting. Like, what the actual fuck? For example, notice the dates and the time that I just showed you on the phone right now? I recorded it 5 days after I did the challenge, cause my damn camera didn't save the fucking video. Okay, anyway. Difficulties aside, my day just went as planned. The first song I worked on was from a sample that was lying around in FL Studio. I messed with it a bit and added some drums to the beat, and god damn, that sounds nice. So skip a few steps and here we are at the writing stage. I want you guys to see how long it took me to come up with the first line.
No, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
You stupid.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
If you see an artist working on a piece and I'm nowhere near done, please don't come up because you're gonna see hands that look like they were drawn by a 5-year-old, colors that make absolutely zero sense, blended colors that look like they were done with a butter knife, and I'm gonna break into a panic.
Then it was on to the recording stage. I don't know why I said it like that.
I've always been outside from people who don't understand how I think.
Now, the second song was practically the same vibe. I tried to work with the same process on all the songs. Bro, just these 2 songs alone took me almost 5 hours to do with my perfectionist ass. Now on the third song, I found a TikTok soundbite and I feel like it spoke to me so much and the words fit the exact theme of this hustle tape that I couldn't help but put it up as a sample on a song. In fact, the song that I made out of the sample became the intro to the whole project because I believe it sets the tone for everything that I'm going to speak about on this project. What's up guys, future Malume Grimm here. Now I found out that the person on this soundbite is actually a person by the name of Iniko, and
they are
a musician
themselves.
Now I tried to get in contact with Iniko and I wasn't able to find any kind of contact information, but I did find this email address that was on an Instagram account. So I sent them an email, but he hasn't actually responded to that email as of yet. So what I've done for the moment is I have this DistroKid account, which is a distributor for all digital streaming platforms. If you want to know more about that and how to not be a broke rapper, click right here. Yeah, whatever, shut the fuck up. Now, basically what I did with this song on DistroKid is, in fact, let me show you guys. Alright, so I'm not sure if the camera will be able to catch this, but let's see. Don't disappoint me now, Mr. Camera. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. Ooh, there we go. Hello. So as you can see, I've ordered the splits between me and her to be 80-20%. Now obviously I don't know exactly how much she would want for me to use this sample, but I use 20% as like the base of how much a producer would get if I had to split with the producer. So I've sent an email and so has DistroKid sent an email. Please tell me, let her know that I did use the sample. I'd really like for her to see this. And yeah, hopefully she responds and cool with me using a sample. Okay, back to the video. The fourth song that I ended up working on turned into a love song. But somehow it also fit the theme of being a hustler so much. Now, I don't go for rapping on strict boom bap beats myself. This one, however, screamed thug love. Now, my motivation for the song was my girl that I... So as you can see, I am using my phone touchlight. Why? Because the government has failed us again. How? Load shedding. So As we wait for the government to get their shit together. Advert.
This is a belt or band. It is also a weapon of mass destruction. Did your child fail at school? Does your child have imaginary friends? Does your child smoke nyaupe? It also holds up your pants. Terms and conditions apply. Bad advertising is great advertising. Awe.
Advert done. So because of load shedding, I ended up having 2 hours of my precious time wasted. On top of that, I lost some of the work that I was doing before. But in that time, I started mapping out some more how I could round off the tape. Now, with the time that I had left, I knew I only had enough stamina to pull off 2 more songs. Maybe a third if I was pushing it. Or what would really help would be to record 2 interludes which would be shorter than a song but still have the same theme that would allow me to throw in a 3rd song and maybe a 4th final song in there. Therefore, because of load shedding, I have to declare this project from an album to an EP, an 8-song EP. So I got to work. Okay, now at this point it was way too late to carry on recording music till I have neighbors my feet. So I decided to call it a day from recording. So I'm not too familiar with mixing and mastering a song on FL Studio. So for the sake of time, I'm gonna stick to what I know and go old school. Yeah, I keep showing my age in these videos. Anyway, this is my process for engineering. First, I open a project and lay just the vocals. I equalize, compress, and modify the vocals so that they sound as crisp as possible. I then export the vocals into 1, 2, or 3 WAV files depending on the song. What I do next is I open a new project. I mix the beats separately, add EQ to extenuate. Extenuate. I don't even know if that's the right word, but I love it. I just want to say it one more time. Extenuate each sound. I don't have to modify them much because I already added most of the effects that I needed on FL Studio. You catch my drift. Then I import the vocals into the mix, equalize the levels of each sound, giving space to the vocals. And then I export everything into one master WAV file. Finally, I open one more project to modify the master file and increase the volume to audible standards. Export the MP3 and ta-da! Then it's just rinse and repeat for each song. Now, I know I just explained this shit easily, but this shit is tedious as fuck. Cause here's the issue. If I listen to the final product and determine that the vocals have a frequency cut way too high, then I gotta start at the first project and work outward. Or a sound could be too bass heavy and that means I need to go and toggle the EQ on that particular sound on the second project. But once that's toggled, I have to adjust the levels for all the other sounds. I know I just spoke a little gibberish to most of you, but trust me, all my engineers know how much this process can suck balls deep. It took me hours to do this shit. Time right now. There we go. 4:23 in the morning. Yeah. I'm doing this for y'all, man. For the 5 of you that are gonna watch. God damn, I don't know why I torture myself like this. After mixing and mastering 7 songs and having to go back sometimes and remix them, I couldn't do it no more. At this point, I am done, I think. Yeah, that's it right there. And the time right now is, let's see if I can zoom in right there. Nope, there we go. 4:53, 5 o'clock. In the morning of the next day. I am shit tired. It's enough, Joe. This is enough torture for one night. I did this for you guys. You must just know that. Good night and see you on the outro. Out. Okay, what's happening? Before I go too far, number one is I am tired as a bitch. Whoever said music was easy was motherfucking lying, Joe. What the hell, dude? Firstly, I had to record a whole album in one day. Mix, master, write, make the beats, everything. Yeah, I initially recorded 9 songs. In fact, I recorded 9 songs, yeah. 8, I finished recording. The 9th one I couldn't. But then, I only mixed and mastered 7. By the time I was too tired to finish it. And I was like, yo, man, I only gave myself 24 hours. And I'm gonna stay true to the challenge. Therefore, only 7 songs came out. Yeah. I'm tired, yo. Anyway, let's get to the important stuff. Why did I do this challenge? Pretty simple. Number one, I wanted to show artists that I am not a rapper. I do not rap for a living. However, I was able to record a whole project in one day. Actually, less than 24 hours nonetheless. So I don't think any rapper should complain that they're not able to record music. If it's your job, go do your job. Number 2, no dream is impossible if you set your mind to it. Guys, I don't know how to express, how much more to express this. I think every single person should be able to reach for their dream. I also learned this very late in my life. As you can see, I really want to do YouTube. YouTube is my life right now. I'm enjoying YouTube and I'm reaching for my dream. If music is your dream, then you should go ahead and get it. If music isn't your dream and there's something else that you want to be doing, for example, graphic designing, even if it's not in the entertainment industry, maybe you want to be a doctor, maybe you want to be, I don't know, a fireman, shit, even a taxi driver. If you have something that you aspire to be, there is nothing that's stopping you from going to get it except for your own limitations. Yes, it does happen that other people get it earlier than you do. It's just the way of life. However, it doesn't mean that you can't get it too. Alright, and number 3, I need to connect it to the streaming at the beginning of the video. My accent always comes out. At the beginning of the video. So, I recorded an album in one day. My baby. Let me call you in like 5 minutes. I'm just gonna record this part, then I'm done. Eh? Yeah, I'm gonna call you back in like 5 minutes. Cool. Where was I? Oh yeah. So streaming, I recorded a project in one day, and I think the most important thing about the streaming era is the fact that we need to give out more music. And it actually leads me into my next point. Forget everything that I've told you this whole video, as long as you remember the next part that I tell you, which is very important. Artists, you need to drop more music. The one thing that artists always ask me is, can they have me manage them, or is it possible that I could give them advice on how to get bigger or better? The one thing that I could give advice to any artist is to drop music. Know that you haven't made your best song yet. You will never make your best song until the day that you die. However, you need to keep striving to get your best song. And the only way to do that is to keep releasing music. The only people that can tell you that you've released your best song is your fans or people who listen to your music. You cannot know which song is your best song. There is no way to tell. Unfortunately, you can't. There's no metric that you can use. Hits become hits. No one knows how they become hits. But until other people tell you that you've made your best song, you need to keep releasing more music. Therefore, let me make you see how my train of thought was going in this situation. I said, let me make a project in one day. If I've got a project that I've made in one day, I've got several songs that I can release over a period of time. And that leads me to I will be releasing every single song that I recorded on this tape, which is 7 songs, on every last Wednesday of every month until the end of the year. Yeah, that actually works, because it's July now. Yeah, and there's 7 songs. Ow! Hey! I'm doing maths. Hey! Tickle was it, George Cough. Now, obviously I've let out the genie, and you guys know that I've recorded these songs already because of this video. However, for anyone who doesn't know who I am, who may be getting my music through the streaming services and not through my YouTube, will think that I'm a workaholic who makes sure that I have a song out every single month. Crazy, right? Now, in between that time, I may decide that I want to record another project and I want to release that mixtape or that EP or that album in that particular month. So if I want to record a project in the month of August, then I've got a song that I can release at the beginning of August, but on the last Wednesday of the month, there's another song that's coming out. So talk about a workaholic. On top of that, I've got a couple of artist friends. I could say, hey man, look, do you have a song that you're working on? Let's do some shit. Hey man, you got a song that you're working on? Let's work on something. Why? Because it's just gonna look like I'm on my game, dude. I'm on my game. That's what I'm trying to show you guys. You gotta keep moving, guys. 320,000 songs will have gone past if you want to drop a song every 3 years. In fact, if you want to drop a song, one song every single year, you think you've got one good song that's gonna be a hit for the year. If you drop one song, that's 100,000 songs that have gone past in that year in your genre that people could have listened to. And some of those songs will be from one artist. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So you're wasting your own time if you don't drop your music. If people don't take onto it at first, just let it go. You will record another hot song, I promise you. Oh yeah, before I forget, all the members who pressed this button, yeah, you guys get the whole tape. So it's all for the Mapinki gangs. They get the whole tape. But if you're part of the Clipper gang, then you even get the download link for the whole tape. My Patreon guys and my members, you guys, I love you guys. You guys really put me on. You guys are helping me with regards to keeping on this YouTube thing going. I'm in love with this YouTube thing, and because of you guys, I really am able to do more of what I do. Amen. Which leads me to my next point, which is rather sad news. So, okay guys, I just want to really tell you firstly that I really enjoy doing YouTube videos. I love doing YouTube videos. YouTube is my life. And I really want to go up the ladder of doing this YouTube thing, man. I don't think I've ever been happier in my life. I mean, I'm older than, most of you guys that are watching me, and I'm only starting my YouTube journey right now, but I really think that I could take this thing to the stratosphere. I'm seeing myself really doing some crazy shit. It's actually scaring me. It seems like for the next month, I won't be able to post anything because I cannot afford to pay my internet bill. Yeah, yeah, so I won't be able to pay my internet bill for the next month. Therefore, that means that I won't be able to post anything for the next month. I'll be waiting on the Patreon earnings, which may come in at the end of next month. That way I'll be able to pay for my internet service, and then I'll be posting again. So unless obviously I get a miracle donation, or if you guys could donate anything that's small that you have on you right now that you can help with in order to help donate for my internet service, I would really appreciate it. But yeah, I'll definitely still be working in between. I've got 2 new ideas that I still want to do. I really love teaching, man. Not just YouTube. On top of that, I just love teaching. I love learning new things every single day, and then taking everything that I've learned and teaching you guys, showing you guys how it's done, man. I really enjoy doing this shit, man. I want to do more of these videos. Alright, so now I have to do the careful stuff. Number 1, Grimm Radio. I've got a new podcast, guys. It's going on. Hopefully I can post every single Thursday. It's with me and my boy Super Vandar. Massive tab. The podcast is for rappers. So far, all the rappers that were supposed to come have not come, except for Caleb March. Will be dropping soon. Yeah, rappers just always say I'm coming, and none of them actually pull through. But it's all good, man. If you want to pull through, all you have to do is hit me up on the Instagram at GRIMMTV_. And number 2, I've got a new channel alert. GrimmTVNews. Alright, guys. So with GrimmTVNews, if there's anybody who would like to edit for the GrimmTVNews, it's pretty simple edit videos. Just let me know in the emails and we can get to talking with regards to that. Also, if you want to be part of GrimmTV or Grimm Radio, anything that I do with regards to this channel and moving forward, just let me know. And hey man, we can get popping. If you want to edit the podcast, let me know. I mean, I'm so busy with this GrimmTV stuff so much most of the time. I'm struggling to do everything all at once. So if you want to help out with regards to the channel, your help will be more than welcome. Number 3, Koji. Donate. You know, that's my favorite line. Yeah, okay, sure. Okay, chill. I know you want to be part of the video. I'm sure they can see you. You don't have to hit my head. Donate, guys. Please click the first link below is the donation link. If you want to help me, as I said, my internet service will be switched off by the end of this month. I may not be able to post in August unless you guys can help me out. And also, I'm working on the Grimm tape. The Grimm tape is coming very soon. I've already got a single that I've chosen for it. I've got about 5 songs laid down that I've edited and mixed mastered. Hopefully I'm trying to get the mixtape or the Grimm tape out by the end of August. If not by the end of August, by the end of September. So end of September latest. But I'll let you guys know everything. Just go into my community posts, my Instagram also. I'll let you guys know. Shout out to Lunga Trev, CEO. And lastly, please like and subscribe. I appreciate all of you guys there. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you guys want to hear the first song from the tape that I recorded, it's right here. It's right here. Click. Yeah, now click. It's right here. Come click, guys. I need the money. Just click. It's very nice, the song. Click. You are still looking. Click, my bro. Click. How click? Chongo booby. How didn't click? Yeah, okay. Click. So yeah.